To Muscle in the Morning, I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, June 26th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Man for man, the classic physique division might be the tightest top 6 race that we see the entire Olympia weekend, especially if Dani Younan drops in to crash the party. The second-year pro is coming into this year's contest riding a hot streak after putting together 3 insane performances at the start of the year, which includes a highlight reel win that he had back at the Fit Pro World. Over the last month or so, we've seen Younan start to turn it on and take on more of that championship form that he had a few months ago. And given how close some of these guys are at the top of the lineup, if 1 or 2 people come in a little off their mark, it leaves room for a guy like Younan to slide in there and capitalize on the opportunity. The older I get, the more I start to realize that some of us are pack animals, while some of us are more like the lone wolf. And I think classic physique standout Rylon McDuel might fall into the latter category. Over the weekend, the McDuel camp busted out of their long silence with a new shoulder training clip that features the 2017 top 8 Olympia finisher earning some good old sweat equity. It's been a relatively quiet year on the home front so far for the second-year pro, who really just exploded onto the scene last year when he won the Vancouver Pro. But now that we're finally starting to see signs of life, I'd be on the lookout for a Rylon McDuel sighting coming sometime soon as he tunes up for the Olympia. Young guys in the office tell me that @Crew Technology is popular on social media these days. And if there's one guy who can tell you firsthand what Crew Technology looks like right now, it's emerging 212 powerhouse Ahmad Elsadany. The Oxygen Gym product was seen smashing another leg workout out at his home base last week, where he's apparently been putting together the first phase of this year's off-season program. Elsadany made some noise back at last month's New York Pro when he came out and held his own against a pretty solid group of athletes in the 212 lineup. So if he can keep that Crew Technology working on overdrive and come back with a few new weapons in his arsenal, he's someone to watch out for in the early part of next year. The boxing world was buzzing last week after news broke that DeAndre Wilder and Anthony Joshua had finally agreed to a fight that will unify the heavyweight division for the first time in 3 decades. But if you want to see a real brawl, my suggestion would be to tune into the Men's Physique Olympia this year, because there are a lot of people out there who think that Andre Ferguson might be bringing the thunder. Less than 12 weeks out now from his return trip to the Olympia stage, the hottest athlete in the men's physique division looks like he's ready to take things up another level as phase 2 of its preparation prepares to take off. I don't think there should be any question as to whether or not Ferguson is ready for the challenge, because what he's done over the last 18 months in the division has been flat out incredible. But unless he can top all that off with a title that secures his place in the record books, he'll still have to answer questions about whether or not he's got enough in the tank to be considered one of the all-time greats. One of the things that always seems to motivate the great ones is the fear of being outworked. And this year I haven't seen too many athletes working as hard as Rafael Brandao. A few weeks after ripping off another strong top 6 performance at the Dallas Europa Pro, Brandao was still out there putting in the long hours at the office bright and early yesterday morning with a little bit of chest and shoulder action. Over these last 6 weeks, it feels like Brandao's made it his personal mission to hit every show on the calendar. And to his credit, he's been pretty damn every show on the calendar time he's been on stage. But if he can find a way to push his body just a little bit more and really choose his next move carefully, he has a shot to finally punch his ticket to the Olympia stage that he's been chasing all season long. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.